What's up, people? It's Matt with Copper Owl Coins. Gonna do a little 1970s DDO hunting tonight. Got Eric T was our donator for the weekend, and we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about $200 to go through, and we'll see what we got. So doesn't look like we have anybody just yet, but that could change. Willing to let it go. Anyhow, hopefully the stream will stay stable. I removed the background from this that was kind of that psychedelic tie-dye look. Thought it was going to be fun to do that, but apparently the computer memory did not like that for some reason. So I'll have to learn a little bit more about why Streamlabs is that picky. Anyhow, yes, hunting for Eric T. Hey, John Pierce. Good to see you. Don't know if I remember seeing you in one of my streams before, so welcome. Stream is acting like it's a little unstable from time to time, but we'll do our best. If it's not going to work, then we'll probably just cut it short, but in the meantime, let's get to looking. Be looking for that DDO along the word trust. Let's get it down a little closer if we can. I should say we hunted a box of $50 last Sunday for Eric T. This is the group of $50 from 71, 72, 73, 74, and 77 that all have known or recognized DDOs on them, or at least potentially. So that's what we're looking for, because sometimes those can be just as valuable as a silver. Which we did not find any silver for Eric T, so I'm hoping that we'll find a couple DDOs for him. Hey, I appreciate that, John. Yeah, I probably should be going to bed, but I need to get these coins back to the bank. So I decided, why not go ahead and just do a little hunting. Now I am going to come over to my other screen here where I have a little bit of a cheat sheet to be able to help me identify these just a little bit better. I'm glad this is not your first time here, but always glad to have you back, and maybe even have a chance to get to know you a little better. A couple DDO halves, good stuff. Yeah, it can be fun when you find them. 74s, which we'll do after these 77s. So these are all 77Ds that I'm looking at. Looking at a strong doubling in the leg of the R, the roundness of the R, and extra width in the S and the second T. That's usually the best way to find them. Brian Rome, what is up? Good to see you, my friend. We just started looking, Brian, but we have not found anything yet. Are you back stateside yet, Brian? That, or I'm catching you in the middle of the night or something. I don't know. Maybe the middle of the day, if you're still over in Germany. You have found Copper Owl coins, and kind of get a peek at what we do. Hopefully I can get you talked into subscribing, Brian. Hopefully our stream will be stable enough to let us do some of this. It's acting like it kind of bounces between about 30% CPU and 70%. I am working on a better computer. With Cyber Monday coming up, I am hoping that's the day that I pull the trigger. Get a good coin scope. Yeah, I would recommend this. Pluggable. It goes for about $40 on Amazon. Moved to Tucson back in August, late August. Okay. And time has flown since the last time I spoke to you on the phone, man. I just got back from about a month in Livermore, California. Travis Barnes, good to see you again. You should have some mail heading your way there, Travis. All right, glad to hear you're subscribed. It is a manual focus, John. There's a little collar around the scope itself that will allow you to do this. If you're talking about a webcam like this, it is a manual focus as well. I basically have to just kind of be within its range. It's not real good at doing the autofocus. So, yeah, it was cool that you won one of those giveaways on Sunday, Travis. You never know who might be out there lurking. Usually this time of night when we're in across American Eagle order. He joined us on Sunday as well. A lot of times he catches up with us on these late night things because he's a little bit of a night owl too. Don't want autofocus. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Well, then this shouldn't be a problem for you. Like I said, about $40 on Amazon. Pluggable is the name. And it allows you to pick different settings to where you can zoom in pretty tight. Kind of like what we're seeing here. Brian, we are looking for DDOs, which is double die obverse. If we find something here, it'd be easiest to show you. Prospecting coins. Thank you so much for stopping by, hitting that like button. That goes for everybody in there. If you get a chance to hit that like button, that only helps me. Give me just a second. I'll see if I can't round something up that gives you a better feel for what we are looking for, Brian. Different coins have different DDOs on them. Right now we are going to look through 71 Denvers, 72 Denvers, 72 Phillies, 73 Denvers, 74 Denvers, and 77 Denvers, which we just wrapped up. The 74, which I only have 2 of here to look at, what you would be looking for is, see if I can kind of point at it here, you'd be looking for what looks like 2 of these serifs, one kind of right beside each other, so it kind of looks like 2 humps instead of 1 right there. You'd also see doubling in that R, the leg of the R, some width in the U, some extra in the S top to bottom with kind of a split line in between them, and a little bit in the T. And one other marker on the 42, or I'm sorry, on the 74 DDO is is right here along the T on this right side, there would be extra metal right along there. So that is what we're looking for on the 74Ds. A lot of the doubling that I mentioned in the word trust right there, and neither one of these 74s has it. Let me see if I can pull one up from the collection and see if we can make one that looks a little more, it shows you what we're looking for. Might be a little hard to see though. I have them in a flip, and that makes it a little harder to see them, but we'll see what we can find. Give me just a second. All right, dipping into the binder. LNW show, hello, welcome. Always happy to have you back. Brian, that is close to what it is. When the die was created or made, the process of being made, there was a slight twist or error in how it gets made. And so it becomes an error in the die itself, and then once it hits the coin, it transfers that doubling to the coin, and that's how we get that. I got a 73D. Get it out of there. 73D, and we'll look at this 74D. And there can be different ones, so it's yeah, it's kind of, the die itself gets hit twice with a little bit of rotation by accident, and then they don't catch that, transfers it to the coin. So, put that down here. Let's see if we can see this. Okay. So the 74, you can see there's the two serifs right there. There's extra width and kind of a line through the leg of the R. You can see a little bit of extra width in the S. Hopefully you can see that. And then the confirmation should be right here along the T. If you can see it, there's that extra metal that we're talking about right there. That is cool, Brian. Walker Magnet. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. Thank you for the like. A few minutes of your time. Back to work, sir. 73 is going to show you some of the same characteristics. You'll see that the R has the extra width and a line right through the middle of that. You'll see the S has a little bit of a scoop there. That's kind of a telltale sign of it. Plus it looks a little fatter. The U has some north to south doubling there. I can go over here. You can see that the G also has a little bit of extra width to it. That could be damage, but honestly, it is about the best one that I've got from 73. So, I'm always on the lookout for better examples of it. So that's pretty cool, bringing home some Euros, getting a little collection of those started for yourself. Why not? Let's see, I'm going to pull up cheat sheet for the 73Ds, and we will get into looking at those. Now you may see some lines in the S, the U, a little bit in the R. You've got to be real careful that they look like what the example would be, because that's based on ones that's accepted. For the 73, you're going to see this looks like it has a little bit of the S on top moving up. In fact, it should move down, and the U kind of looks like it's got an extra serif there. Well, it should be side to side. The R should have that extra thickness and doubling in the leg, and a little bit in that nose of the R, which you kind of see there, but that's just a nick on it, I think. Every once in a while we'll get Southern Metal come over and join us if he's still going. We try to go through these fairly quickly. It can be. Not quite the DDO, but it could be die deterioration. That's a good question. Certainly no expert with the deterioration, but I think in this case it might be. And believe me, when we see one, we'll know it. We'll let the whole internet know it. Sometimes I gotta kind of hold them up here in a little bit different light, or kind of at an angle with this scope. It gives me a little better view, kind of like that. Well, over the face value of the coin, depending on its condition, like this one is in, you can see how the light catches it, and if you look under 5 times magnification, if it's kind of clean of a whole lot of nicks and dings and scratches and things like that, that could be worth a significant amount of money. It just kind of depends on which one is more rare or hard to find. I think some of the 74 DDOs, which is most common, in decent, like mint state shape, can go for $35 to $40. Others that are more rare, I forget exactly which year that is, they can get up into the hundreds of dollars. So quite a few times the face value of the coin. A lot of times they're kind of dinged up, rough shape, and they just don't carry a real high value. They might be worth $3 or $4, maybe $5, but it can range a whole bunch. What I look for when I'm looking for the 73 DDO, 73D DDO, which technically would be designated an FS 101, is on the S first. I look for that, like, it looks like there's 2 S's, one on top of the other, with a little scoop in the bottom serif. And it will be noticeable if it doesn't have too much damage on it. That kind of disguises it from time to time. So doesn't look like anything we've had so far. We've only got about 2 of them left. Trying not to speak too loudly in here. We've got a young man in the other room that's trying to sleep. So that's going to do it for the 73s. We'll look at some 72s now. These are going to be the 72 Phillies, because on the 72 Denvers, we look for the No FG error. Now Now those in mint state get into the hundreds of dollars very quickly. I've only found a couple, and sadly they were not anywhere near mint state. So what we are looking for on the 72 again is going to be fairly strong doubling along the leg of the R, a little bit on the inside of the curve of the R. The U will almost look like there's one on top of the other north to south, so that it'll look like twin serifs on both legs here. The S will look like it's moving up, like another one sitting on top of it, but it'll be, instead of going down like on the 73, it'll look like it's going up on the 72, and there might be a little break here across the T. What about that giveaway? You know me so well. Everybody say hi to American Eagle Hoarder. He's got a good channel too. I would encourage, if you haven't been over to him, to check him out. Leave him a little sub love as well. Rick Lewis, good to see you. Been seeing you all over the place, man. Always good to see familiar faces. We're going to make this fairly quick. I was talking about you earlier, American Eagle Hoarder, mentioning that it's kind of that time of night where if I do this, a lot of times you spot that I'm on and come by and say hi. I saw that you have a video out for it. I have not taken a moment to look at it just yet. Once I saw the title of it, I am absolutely ready to see what you ran across. Sounds like you must have run into a boatload of silver. I'm going to have to do my own little mail call here sometime soon. I had a nice night of getting some wins on some auctions. I think I got the prices down low enough that I could afford the buyer fee and the shipping and still turn a profit on these if I wanted to turn them around. But got a 1943, I want to say maybe it's a D, steel cent, graded by PCGS at an MS66. So that'll be fun to see. I love that. I love that cent. And then I was able to also grab some a group of 6 pre-Civil War large cents. I'm not sure what kind of condition they are. They didn't really have dates on them, dates written on the flips, so it makes me wonder if they will be so worn that I have to really hunt for the dates or not. But I figure for a few bucks, it's worth a chance to take a look at it and see what we can get for it. Who knows? Maybe there'll be giveaways. I'm done going through all the coins tonight. Time to head to the casino. I wish, if we were finding multiple DDOs, I'd certainly have to reconsider my evening plans. And if I'm feeling that lucky, hey, John Jacobs, good to see you. Didn't mean to ignore you. Saw that you are chiming in. It's always good to see you as well. And that's going to do it for the 72s, so we still haven't found anything. Now, we'll go to the... Oh, absolutely, man. Post away. Let everybody know about that cool video. So we're going to be looking for the No FG. So what you see there on the screen, you see the FG between the tail and the leg. Every $50 has those, except those where the die was worn out. I think the story is they were cleaning the die for a new batch, and it got polished down to where the initials FG, which are the artist's initials, got worn off, and when they hit the new coins, there was no FG there. There's not a ton of them out there. Every once in a while we find some, and the hard thing is some of them don't look like they have it, but then you kind of twist it around in all the light and you'll see what looks like kind of a ghosting image of it in the metal, and unfortunately that's not good enough to be that's not good enough to count. Here's a great example of what we're talking about there. You see from this angle you can see something there, and there's other examples where it's even lighter, but then I get it in that light and you can see the FG very clearly. FG, boy, you're gonna make me look that one up. Let's see, $half FG. Let's see what that brings up. I know it's the artist's initial. I just don't know the artist's name off the top of my head. Frank Gasparo is the name. Nick's Coins, good to see you. It's starting to get a nice little crowd here. Even if everybody's not sticking around for too long. You know, that's all right. I'm not planning on sticking around too long myself. I want to get some rest tonight. I thought maybe I ought to go ahead and do this so I can get these coins back to the bank. Doing good, Nick. How are you doing, sir? Some of these I might look at upside down. Just kind of depends on where the coin is when I grab it and flip it over. Everybody say hi to Nick's Coins. Everybody say hi to Brian Rome in the chat. He may not be a name that you're familiar with, but he is a personal friend of me. Personal friend of mine from the Boy Scout program. He's been active in it quite a while. Ooh. That, folks, looks like a die break. I'm going to leave that right there and let you guys tell me what you think. I think we have ourselves a die break on this one. It kind of trails right off that group of, the tail off that group of arrows that he's clutching, but you see how it transfers through the fields, but also then goes up and through the top of the tail feathers. That looks like a pretty good die break there. Runs through the tail, yeah. Kind of ends about the beginning. Well, no, look at that. It continues. It makes it almost over to that star right above the stem of the F. Runs all the way through the bottom of the tail feathers. It looks like it runs up onto his claw, through his claw, maybe up across the arrows and kind of starts to run parallel with them. Wow. That's a pretty sizable crack. I'm definitely going to hang on to that and take some pictures before I send it on. That's pretty cool. Die breaks can be nice to have, especially on a nicer coin, and that one's not in too bad a shape. I don't think it's maybe mint state, but it's at least maybe in like an AU. Absolutely. That's what I'm thinking too, Nick's coins. I'm definitely going to have that looked at. That might be worth sending into like the Monday night live coin Q&A group. Might send it on to a few other guys that get out there and do this on a regular basis. What I might have to do is, if it's significant enough, I've been known to offer a trade for something that's kind of unique that I like to hang on to. I'm sure you will, Rick. My goodness, got 12 viewers tonight. This is awesome. Looks like you guys like the stream. I've got 2 more full stacks, or 4 rolls of 72s to go through. Yeah, he's a generous guy, isn't he, American Eagle? Oh, very cool, Brian. You can do some research on those on a website called Numista. I've got enough foreign coinage now that I'm starting to look at that a little closer. Oh, very cool, Rick. Yeah, I know that Southern Metal, he can go kind of late. Always fun to see what he's up to. When I'm in town on Tuesday nights, I sometimes don't catch it between Everyday Opportunity and Southern Metal. I have about 30 weeks out of the year, I have a Bible study that I go to, so it's always good. I like to be able to see the coin like this as you go through. Yeah, very cool. It's interesting. I've gotten some nice feedback from doing this, so yeah, Numista. That's the one. Now that one, you can barely see the G there. Part of it's just that this coin's got a lot of wear on it, but this is a pretty good example where, okay, it doesn't really look like it at first, but the G is there. You can see it. You don't have to work too hard to see it. And unfortunately, even a little bit of the F or G nullifies it. Metal Dragon Braveheart, good to see you. Telling Nick to go to bed because it's past his bedtime. I guess that depends what time zone you're in. It might only be 9:44. Can kind of see the G. Yep. Unfortunately, even a little bit is too much for the No FG. I need to get my video editing software up and running because I've got quite a lot of footage over the last few months of like nickel and penny hunts that I've been doing, and some other shorts that I would like to get put together and get them out there. Part of it's just finding the time and having the right resources with me when I get there. Well, when I get the time is what I meant to say. I am anxiously awaiting seeing this roll. AEH. Looks Looks like it's going to be a good one. I know you're excited about it, so why wouldn't we be? If you're new to this channel, please go out and subscribe. If you have a chance, go out and check out. Just about everybody that comes in has at least a channel to where they would take some subscribers. AEH, American Eagle Hoarder, has frequented the channel. He's got a nice one. We're kind of running neck and neck on subscribers. Kind of got a little bit of a, I don't know, we don't even have a friendly wager on it, but we just have a friendly competitiveness to see who's going to make it to 400 first. Sneak off the bed, leave you playing, though. I put the pluggable scope on my Amazon list. Look at it tomorrow. Thanks for the tip. Have a good night, everybody. Will you have a good night, too, John Pierce? Thanks for staying in, and if you're going to kind of listen in, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I try to be present on other streams to kind of catch some eyes and maybe get some more subscribers. It seems to go in kind of waves. It's weird how it works. If you beat me to 400, then that's awesome, because you beat me to 200. That's a pretty good example where it's really faint, but you can still even see the F in there. From that view, you don't see too much. You see the G. From there, you see both the F and the G. I don't know what we would do. Use an app on the phone. Yeah, yep. I started off using the app on the phone. Once I got a little more into this, a little more serious about it, I decided it would be nice to have the scope here on my desk. The nice thing is, let me give that one some thought, man. I probably ought to at least match you. I seem to be on the losing end of most 1 ounce silver bets, though. So you'll have to pardon my I mean, I'm all for it in spirit, but my luck has not been great. Guess I'll just have to outwork you on that one. Alright, that was the 72s, so we didn't find any no FGs on that. Going to get into the 71Ds. Got quite a few stacks of those, about 4.5 of them. So we're going to kind of quickly go through. We're looking for doubling along the word trust again. There's on the serifs of the T's, you can sometimes see it. Oh, okay, that's right. You're going to be doing the Bricklink store. So if anybody's into Lego, Brian Rome is a good resource for you. I would suggest going out and reaching out to him. And Brian, if you have an email, if anybody's interested and you need to drop an email in here, by all means. Don't see the doubling that I would like to see in God We Trust. So I'm going to use those extras as the extra things I was looking for as confirmation if we see it in the word trust. I know there's another one that we can be looking for here. For the sake of time, I'm going to limit it to just the one that appears in the word trust. The other one's pretty subtle. Everyone wins either way. Absolutely, they do, and that's where my head's really at. So, Yeah, I could probably do something like that. Let's just see where we're at, and we'll go from there. How about that? I think I got an eagle I could spare to part with for the donation. We'll just do that. Yeah, keep coming by here in the future, Brian, and we can. I also stream at 2 p.m. on Sundays. Mostly at 2 p.m. on Sundays. There are weekends where I have to move it around a little bit. I might go on a Saturday. I might go on a little bit different time on a Sunday. It just kind of depends on what I've got going on, and do I need to leave town for work. If I'm leaving town for work on a Sunday, then we probably are going to stream on a Saturday. That T got smashed. Okay, Brian, the 400 thing. So for the subscribers, last I checked, I had about 335, and American Eagle Hoarder had passed 300. Was kind of starting to close in on about 310, 315, something like that. We kind of show up on each other's channel and throw our information out there, hoping that just about everybody that looks at either of our channels will venture over to the other and get signed in as a subscriber. And yeah, not during the Chiefs game though. Yeah, that's one thing that I do try to avoid, is streaming during the Chiefs game. Try to get it in early. So he's about 316. Okay, so my guess wasn't too far off. That only puts you about 19 behind me. Yeah. So I'm guessing you'll probably be better at getting those subscribers than me, over the long run anyway. So it's kind of fun to have a few subscribers. I honestly started this, I wasn't sure if I could get my own wife to watch it, but she does. She's got to watch her coin dork do his thing. And she probably watches to see that Owlet number 4, my daughter, is behaving herself on the stream. She can be a little boisterous, a little loud, but she makes for a fun and interesting little companion when we do this. So it's definitely got its charm. We'll have to do the fingernail painting challenge again. Last one. That one. I don't think that's it. It is 11:54, Rick. Thank you, number 1 stacking. Oh no, Nick. Not the Chiefs talk. Must be a Cowboys fan or something. Back one more. Maybe that one? Okay, so you're on the West Coast then, Rick. Cool. Okay. pull up my cheat sheet on the 71. Be looking at the FS 101. Let me zoom in here. I don't see it on the leg of the R, is all. Well, maybe you're right. There's something going on there. Look at the S and the... Kind of hard to see it on the S and the T if it's there. Let's look at the T here. I don't see the splitting on the T the way we would expect to see it on that one. Anyway, we'll bring it back. I don't think it's all the way there. The U is going to be pretty much straight up and down. And it's not. It's kind of northwest to southeast instead of being straight north to south. Could be a little machine doubling there, maybe. I don't know. Let's look over here. Sometimes we see some telltale indicators here. Yeah, I don't see doubled serifs on... Yeah, I can definitely hold one to the side, go out to Variety Vista and see if all the markers match there. Yeah, I see what you're seeing there. I'm a little leery of it being machine. I mean, there's definitely doubling. Is it just true doubling or machine is really the question. So, well, it's a good spot. I did kind of see it on the fly and didn't really give a lot of consideration to it being the real thing, but we will take another look at it. I've seen others that look more. Yeah, and I don't have it on StreamYards tonight, so I guess I get to be in control. Yeah, there's kind of some of the same. Looks like I need to. There. More focus. I like the shiny ones, because they're in great shape, but then they kind of make it hard to see sometimes. See, the doubling at the bottom of the D, I'm fairly certain that that's machine doubling, because it doesn't look like it's just wider. It just looks like it's kind of a fallen edge, which would not be the classic DDO that you're looking for. But I see what you're saying on that one as well. The other thing we didn't see on the other one was the split in the serif on the T on both ends. This one almost looks like it has more of it, but still is a little bit suspicious. Let's go back to trust. It's definitely wider. Well, of course. It's just got to be the right ones, the recognized ones. And this is almost as much art as is this skill looking for them. Try looking them upside down. Well, that can happen. Once we see one, we can do that. What's going on between the S and the T? Right on that one. I'm going backwards here. You get there's a lot of these that have the look of it, but they're just not it. Is the problem. I've probably lost track of which one we're talking about, Nick. So let me get through the rest of what's in my hand, and we'll see if we can double back and see it. See, here's one that shows a lot of the same characteristics, like the left side of the second T, a little bit of whatever's going on beneath the top serif on the S, a little bit of doubling in the bend of the U, the bend in the R looks like it's got a lot, but I mean the serif in the R, it's just not there. There's no extra width to that R. Even the 1 looks like it has a little bit. The 7 looks like it's got maybe something, but it's not there. The left side of the T looks like it has a little something, but the right side does not. Had not considered that. Anyhow. See, that U looks like it has doubling, but it's just not the right direction. It needs to be straight up and down. Like the serifs that look doubled have to be one above the other, not off to the side like that. Is that the look you're looking for? I'll pull up Variety Vista and see what we got. I mean, I see it, but not every split is the telltale sign. That's kind of the thing. Let me get this up here. Let me get the 71 DDOs. So there are a lot of I guess I could say this, that there are a lot of DDOs that Variety Vista recognizes. I'm looking for the ones that are recognized not only by Variety Vista but also like PCGS and NGC. So I'm really just looking for the FS101 and the FS102. And let me pull up on the 101. And I'm looking at the I in Liberty for that one. And it does not look anything like this one that we have on the screen. I wish I could bring up this bring the screen up. Oh, I got you. And I'm looking at the FS102, and yeah, that one's not looking anything like that one either. So I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying, and I guess I will take the chance. Hey, Rick Lewis, glad you were able to stop by. Thanks for coming by. Watch for you again. Thank you very much, Rick. Yeah, for the purpose, I mean, a lot of people won't even go through and do these extra hunts. So if I were going through and looking at these all on a stream, I would be on for literally many, many hours. And I just got too much else going on to save them all just in case. Your heart's in the right place, AEH. It really is. I get it big time where you're going with all this, so I don't blame you at all. I figure I'm doing more than some of the streamers will do because they're getting through multiple boxes when we're just trying to get through one and do it real thoroughly. So, which is not to say there's one right way to do it. That's for sure. Just my thing, man. Just my thing. See, that one has me a little suspicious because of that metal along the left of the T. It's just so dinged up, it's hard to tell. So, see, why can't all the obvious ones that aren't doubled just be like real clean like this one? Very obvious. Woozy is here. The one and only Woozy. From somewhere down in Oklahoma, there is our Woozy. Woozy, I'll have to get your name back in so you can be a mod. Haven't had a chance to come back and fix what I messed up over the weekend by accident. Hey, at least AEH, I'm glad that I can inspire some passion on that end. Whether I mean to or not. Surprised we didn't found more DDOs here recently. We've gone through a lot of coins and haven't really found much. Might be that I'm just throwing them away. I don't know. Getting tired here. Here's a beautiful one, but it just doesn't have the right signature for the one we're looking for. Hope I'm not causing you too much stress over there, AEH. Rather be in the gulag than Oklahoma. Brian, we will see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by, meeting a few people while you're here. Always good to see you, sir. We'll look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Getting tired on this end too. Gotta find what we can find, my man. This one looks like it had tape on it. I think the most interesting one we've got right now, AEH. If you're still there, hey, take a look at this one, man. Tell me what you see in that one. I don't know if you were on when we first saw this one. I know it's not a DDO or a DDR. It's certainly not a No FG, but that sir looks like a big old die crack to me. What do you think about that one? Ah, okay. I didn't know if you were there or not when we had that. So, yeah, very cool. Get to processing the boar I took down tonight. You got a pig? Awesome. Tilt it. I don't have much room to tilt it. Wow, look at that. Turn it around to the other side and you can almost see how deep that is. Let me get it back on there. The way it's jagged like that, right along the arrows. Yeah. Sweet. That's a good plan, man. We'll have to keep that one in mind and use it to our advantage in the future. Thanks for the tip. I'll be the first to admit, I still got a lot to learn. Just trying to have a little bit of fun, pass along some information along the way if I can, while I'm learning. All right, about 12:15 here. Got about another roll and a half to go. So we'll probably go through it fairly steady. Aim to please. Well, that I know. That I know. Trying to look for the obvious stuff. That might be the first legitimate die crack I've found. Now see right there, that looks like very clear doubling on that U. I don't blame you at all for looking at that and saying that's very obvious, because I would agree. For it to be the FS101 though, that isn't there. So anyway, I'll chalk that up to machine, doubling, and keep looking. Scoop, what is up? Good to see you again. Giving us 2 scoops there. Or are we just saying peace out, something along those lines? Who knows? Definitely love to see some scoop. As always, guys, please feel free to hit that like button for me. I don't know how many likes we've got. We had as many as about 14 people in here at one time. I realize it's kind of late at night, but I sure appreciate you guys keeping me company while we're hunting. Don't forget to look for die rotation. That's true. I mean, I got to go through all these again? Or just be more thorough when I do them? If I bump my camera a bit. It's like I don't have it quite as clear as it once was. There we go. Oh, we're getting close, Scoop. I got another roll of 71Ds to look for the DDO on. Not much to find, although we did find a die crack, and I will show that one more time before we get off the stream here. So probably shouldn't take more than about another 5 minutes or so. Glad the stream has decided to be stable. It didn't start off very much that way. If we find a DDO, though, that might slow us down. Here'd be a nice one to find it on, but it's not there. Oh, okay. Hitting that like button. Gotcha. Always hard to tell. I feel like this thing keeps drifting out of focus. I don't know what it is. I'm not bumping it. Maybe the temperature down here keeps getting cool and knocking it out of focus or something. Got a lot of those crazy characteristics we were looking for a little earlier. You know what I've never found? I would have to ask you, American Eagle Hoarder, have you found a magic coin? I have not. And I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong and have had one in my hands but just not recognized it. I think you got to kind of do a little bit of that. Seems like that's one of the more effective ways of identifying it. I don't know if the weight feels off or what it is, but haven't found any magic coins. I don't go through a ton of boxes either, so maybe my time's coming. Ooh, close. Not quite all the things we're looking for. Really odd coins so far. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. While I'm when I head upstairs to call it a night, I will turn on your stream, your video to see what the heck you found, because I know you're excited about it. That's probably part of your excitement when I don't seem to look at the DDOs quite right. All right. Well, looks like we're going to be DDO-less tonight. At least any official DDOs. And I dropped like the next to last $50 here. Oh, got almost $1,000 in DDOs. Almost $1,100 if I add the nickels in. There's that one we looked at so closely. Okay, we'll put that die break right up here. Die crack, die break. Not sure I really understand if there's a difference. I'm actually going to back it off just a little bit so that we can see more of it in one clean shot. Look at that. Get a little bit off the light there. See, I think I can see it going all the way down to there with a deep crack right through there. It runs right along there. And then I think you all can see, if I get this out of the way, a little more cracking right there and up onto his claw. It almost looks like it kind of starts to run parallel right into there. But pretty long die crack. I mean, that's almost a good third of the coin. So very cool. One of these nights, I think if I don't have anything else like this to look at, I think I'll just, especially if I'm here at home and able to do some streaming, I think I will get a couple of oddities that I have found while coin roll hunting. I could show you the penny that I found that's been shaved down to the size of a dime. I can show you my 1919 that it's real clear that there was a grease error It reads 19 blank 9, but kind of like one of those really weak FGs that we kind of see there. You can see a little bit of ghosting where the second one is supposed to be, so we know it's a 1919, not like a 1949. But otherwise, it's in pretty darn good shape. I can show you the Spanish-American War coin that I got over the weekend. It's actually a token. We'll definitely do a little bit of a mail call when the large cents and the slabbed steel cent arrive. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick picture of that because that is cool. And then I'll have something to send on to Live Coin Q&A and maybe a few others. So while I have you here, I'm going to do a quick search to see if the, let's see, which year was that? 72D. We'll see if there's any known die breaks in 72D. Let's see what we might find. Images of a 72D $half reverse die crack. Well, let's see what we can find here. Well, that image doesn't show me much. Well, that's the obverse. There's an obverse with it running almost the entire, right up and down Kennedy's face. It's not a bad thought. Let's see what we got on the obverse here. We didn't see a DDO, which we wouldn't have if we were looking for a No FG. Pardon me again. Not really seeing much on the obverse. I'm going to turn it back here. This is way too cool. Let's take a look at anything else that can help us out here. Not seeing it. I'll check a different site here. Reverse die crack. Let's see what it says. Get a picture of it at least. Well, that's not very helpful. It's fuzzy as can be. Ugh. One raw, unclean Kennedy $half, what it says. A XF Kennedy $half error coin, reverse die crack, no reserve. Oh, great. I'm glad there's no reserve on it because it's only getting about $4.74 right now. So, hope they didn't have their expectations too high. So, there's a couple videos out here talking about this. Looks like JB Coins, Inc., Silver Wolverine, and Couch Collectibles have put out videos on this. I may have to do my own. So, anyhow, it's 12:30. Well past time for me to call tonight. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Won't tell him I watched it. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to end the suspense and get out and watch this thing that AEH has put together. I know it's time to call it a night. So before I go showing off my impressive yawning skills one more time, how about we call it a night? And thanks for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure. I'm glad some of you enjoy this part of how we do our hunts. What else? Look for an announcement a little bit later in the week for which day and time we will be streaming this weekend. I will do some checking with my bank, make sure that rolls came in. I ordered 2 boxes this week, not for the purpose of hunting both of them, but so that I can go and take a box with me on the road, and maybe we'll hunt it from my mother-in-law's house if we're down there for Thanksgiving. Who knows? Heck, I may have to fly to some work and take some things with me as we travel down there. So we'll see how my week turns out the week after Thanksgiving. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thank you very much. Don't get too jealous, though. I got something for you there, AEH. Here we go. If the bot's doing its job, there's something to be jealous about right there. Come on, bot, do your job. Help me out here. Come on, bot. Oh, are you kidding me? The bot's letting me down. Oh, for the life of me, I won't be able to figure out why Streamlabs does what it does. The cloud bot. Anyhow, I'll have to look and see if there's different bots I can be using, like Nightbot or something like that. Yeah. There's the badoom boom ching type thing. So jealous is not setting in. It's just not in the cards for me tonight. So anyhow, bot. Zzz, yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, when the bot is working, type in !monster, and you'll see a link to a video that is, very much unbelievable for me. It's only about our 6th box when we started hunting earlier this spring, late winter, early spring. About the 6th box in, we hit 72 silver. So it was pretty cool. Gotta say, it's one of my favorites. All you have is a sense of confusion. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the bot. Let me even see if it's turned on. I get tired of having to maintain the bot. It wasn't working the other day either. You're supposed to do your job. Too good for it? Maybe. Yeah, you know the video I'm talking about. So you can have some retroactive jealousy. Alright. Now that I've refreshed the bot, now I just have to know. Will it work? Oh, the Walker Magnet box. Yeah, that's the one. That is most definitely the one. We've had a couple other good boxes too. Being that we only do 1 box most weeks, it's been pretty good. I'm still averaging over 4 silvers per box. And we've had some complete skunk boxes here lately, so... Well, damn it. And I will say that because it's late night. I don't have to keep it completely PG, but... Alright, guys. I've been yammering on for about 5 minutes. I really need to go. So,